Hi, Vish. So we've just finished watching a show, and this is fresh. We're fresh with our thoughts. We've not had a chance to do our usual like extensive note taking, thought formation, writing,
Research,
research. Nothing. We are
interviewing the
fresh.
characters, artists, going behind the scenes.
No, not yeah.
Yeah.
We were in front of the TV, and now we're in front of the computer, and we're here.
And that's how jobless we are.
Hey, it's a Friday night. What do you want? Like we
That's
worked
true.
all week. It's
Uh,
fine. And we're committed to this episode, to this show,
mm,
right? So, what are we discussing
yes.
today?
The Widow's Bay.
Widow's Bay. They don't even add the and all here and there. You're always doing this. Last time also you added
It is
extra.
the Widow's
It's
Bay.
Widow's Bay. There's no the. So, Widow's Bay, guys, is a very interesting show on Apple TV that we
Mm.
discovered because I know what's like buzzing in pop culture and in the world of entertainment. So, I find the buzziest, best stuff to watch. Got Vishay to watch it, and I have to thank him for doing this because it is a horror comedy. Now, you should know that when it comes to Vishay, comedy is definitely his genre, horror, not so much.
I don't enjoy horror at all.
You
I
don't
don't
enjoy
I don't see the purpose of it. I don't enjoy it.
You don't enjoy it.
Not at all. And
So,
as
it's been a
far as the
lesson, and
comedy goes, it's not like I think you should just give the right perception because horror comedy sounds like one of those movies like
scary
Scream or
movie.
I know what you did. Yeah, scary movie, all
Uh,
that crap. It's not that. It's
it's
not
not
that.
that. It's not that.
It's a horror show. It's definitely a horror show. But yes, there are some very witty lines, great actors, well directed. I'll give it all of that. So let me go first and just say that as much as I hate and never watch horror,
Mm,
I sat through this show
you did.
just because I kind of liked it. I like the setting, I like the actors, I like the lines, all of that. But yes, was disappointed towards the end,
Mm,
especially the last couple of episodes, which I feel they just dragged it for no reason at all. And the worst thing
mm.
is that they have not concluded the show.
In
There's
season
going to
two.
be a season two.
Mm. Yeah, so
That's just not done, guys.
Widow's Bay is it's a show set in like I think like New England, somewhere near Boston. They've set in this small town, which is an island actually by itself. So it's
Mm.
got all the sort of very cozy mystery kind of tropes,
It's got
quirky
the charm of a small
characters,
town.
small town charm. Exactly, cute little
Yeah.
town, beautiful waters, cozy little houses, and of course the quirky characters that make up this island. Each one is a character, and the main person in this is played by Matthew Reese, famous for playing a Russian
American.
spy on the Americans. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good. So he's the mayor of this town. Not very well liked, quite harrowed, but seems to have grand ambitions for the town. And what he wants to do is he wants to make this the next tourist hotspot, right? I guess in the US, everyone's looking for the next sort of cute, undiscovered place to go to. And what he's been working really hard to get a New York Times travel writer to come and showcase their town. And that guy does it, and it's all very funny and I mean, it's like quirky, right? Like he comes and he meets all the town characters, and some of them are a bit too truthful about the town's history. One of them says, we used to very proudly, she says, we used to burn witches over here. So this is the kind of stuff that Tom Loftus, I think his name is the mayor, he doesn't want revealed. But all in all, the travel writer is really charmed by the town, and he writes a really glowing piece in New York Times. And by the summer, hordes of tourists have arrived. So Tom is thrilled. He's accomplished what he set out to do. However,
But you also the thing is this, right? You missed out the backdrop of all of this happening.
mm,
There are all these stories about this island, and the stories are only about tragedies, like of people
mm,
dying, disappearing, and all of that. And there are these, uh, certain things that they believe that anyone born on the island cannot leave the island, and things like that.
right, right.
So they keep introducing, and that's what it kind of builds the interest in the show to try and figure out what's really happening.
Hmm.
And while initially you feel that, okay, there's going to be a scientific explanation to all of it, but then, yeah, there are events that happen. Are there, can there be spoilers on the show?
We
I
have to have
guess.
spoilers because otherwise we can't discuss the show. Like it's yeah.
Ah.
So basically, there are unnatural entities on the show, on the island.
Yeah, yeah. By episode 4 or 3
So
or
I
4,
mean,
it's
from episode one itself, they start planting that, right? Like there's the sort of this sort of town hick
fog.
who keeps going around shouting that it's coming, the fog is unnatural,
Yeah,
and this is a bad time or
yeah.
whatever. And first you think he's just some old drunk who's lost his mind, but you realize very quickly that he's on to something.
Mm,
Tom Loftus, the mayor, doesn't want to believe it. He just wants to shut him up because he's after that one goal of making this a tourist hotspot. But by I think episode 3 or 4, he can't ignore it. When there's an actual some 400-year-old body sitting in the room talking to him. So, and there are a lot
But
of
that's,
horror.
that was like, I felt where the plot started, falling apart. I mean, come on, yeah. You've discovered a dead body, you've dug out a dead body that is supposed to be dead but is still alive,
Huh.
and you just keep it amongst the three of y'all. I mean,
But
no
it
one's suddenly shouting.
floats. They've had days to get used to the idea that there is something supernatural. So when it actually appears before them, it's not a shock. It's not out of the blue. And the three of them, so there's Tom, there's this guy called Wick, who's
Mm,
also a very well-known actor. You've seen him in lots of stuff. And this girl
mm,
called Patricia, who's sort of his secretary or like second in command in
yeah.
he's the mayor, right, in the mayor's office. These three basically, who are not great friends or anything in the beginning, but they kind of band together and they become the gang that's going to save this island. So to me,
But
it
that's what I'm
wasn't
saying. Like, why is it that they have to save the island? I mean,
because
especially
that's
when
the
things have
show.
gotten.
That's what the writers have written. What do you want? You should have landed up there
Eh,
to save the island.
yeah, I mean, come on, you discover a 400-year-old man who's supposed to be dead but is still alive.
Huh?
You prop him up. Imagine the tourism they would have got after that.
Vishay, this is why you should
Uh,
not watch anything. You should not review anything. Can you just like go?
eh,
Go. Can you accept the story? What the writer's vision was?
I'm that, and that's what I'm critiquing. It was a flawed vision. That's all I'm saying. Carry on.
Give me strength. Okay, so annoying. So basically, the three of them come together and they are the trio that's going to save this island, right? And there's a lot that happens even before that. He spends the night in the haunted, in all kinds of weird stuff happens. I should tell you that this intellectual man who would have written a different story saw the entire episode on mute. But sorry, I should not be outing our secrets. But you powered through. I'm proud of you. It was scary. There's like
Mm.
a clown killer. It's all the horror tropes, right?
It's actually, if you look back, it's like they've taken parts from all the other many other
Yeah,
movies and shows
yeah.
and stitched it together, right? Like there are parts from that show Lost. There are
Okay,
parts
listen,
from
I feel
different.
you're not being very positive towards the show. I'm not enjoying
No,
your
but
praise. You've not said anything good.
I
We liked it.
right, right in the front. I said it was a good show. I enjoyed it. I watched
They
through
have
it, even
written
though
a
I
different
don't like.
story. They've taken plots from here and there. This I've seen this before. Why didn't they go to the
I
New
have
York
to
Times?
critique, right? I have to critique. I mean, if someone asks me, I'll say, yeah, give it a shot.
This is the problem with
Uh,
the internet. It's made everyone an expert and a critic.
it's the
People like you are the problem.
kettle calling the pot. Uh, uh.
He
Uh,
So they find the dead body, and who's not dead, undead 400-year-old, and they get rid of him. So we think by then like, oh my god, problem solved, island saved. And by the way, by now the island is full of tourists, so it's not just the residents of the island whose lives are important,
mm,
but all these millions of whatever hundreds of tourists that have popped up. There's also a funny thread about this girl who's sort of vibing with Tom. But poor fellow, he thinks she's one of the zombies who's out to kill him and loses his
uh,
one chance at getting some. So all of that fun. It's very fun.
it's
The
fun.
lines
It's
are
a
Yeah, I mean,
fast.
they're
Lines are
very
good.
subtle. They're not like
Uh,
30 Rock type ha 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 laughter. It's just
mm,
very subtle humor, but really clever, really clever. There's a poor priest who dies, and there's a very funny and short funeral scene where people are talking, and that also quite funny. So I think anyone who enjoys subtle and clever humor, um, and clever
and
storytelling
horror.
and amazing acting will really enjoy this show. I think we should take a minute to
Mm.
discuss the actors, starting with Matthew Rhys.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I mean, he's acted very well in this,
He's
for sure.
acted so well because like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, I
yeah.
haven't seen The Americans, but I know he plays a really suave spy in that. You
Mm,
would never imagine this poor, hapless town mayor who doesn't know what's happening and is trying his best to figure something out is the same guy. You know,
mm.
his facial expression, he constantly has this sort of given up, resigned grimace on his face, which is just beautiful acting. It's not over the top. It's very, very, like I keep repeating the word subtle, but I think that's what makes it so good. The girl who plays Patricia, I really liked her as well, and I thought they gave her a very good character. So she's the
Mm.
sort of oddball who no one in the town likes or talks to. Um, she's about 40 years old, and there's a whole running gag about age. And there's this one scene, one whole episode. I think that was stretched too much, where there's a
The last three, four episodes were just stretched too
yeah.
much.
So there's
They
this
didn't really
masked
show anything
killer, the
much.
boogeyman, who's out to
That
get her.
was.
Oh my God,
Mm,
the chase is just like for 10-15 minutes. It's too much. It gets boring. It's not suspenseful. It's just boring. But when she finally gets him with this air gun or whatever it is, uh,
shotgun.
shotgun, sorry. I love her face, her determination. She wants to make sure he's dead. And they take him in an ambulance, he's there with the shotgun. They take him to the hospital, there with the shotgun. They put him in that incinerator. She's standing outside with a shotgun till she opens the incinerator and sees his ashes. She does not
Mm.
put that shotgun down. Beautifully done. Very good. So, all of this makes it a very enjoyable experience. I think where I'm disappointed, like you, is in the solving of the mystery.
Mm,
First of all, it
yeah.
was not a linear mystery. It wasn't like this happened and therefore this and this. They
Mm,
have three plots, I think, going on at the same time.
more, more.
More. There's one about
Yeah.
the original killer whose descendants, or the original guy who
Uh,
made a deal with the demon or the devil, whose descendants continue to live. So there's that very important plot line. Then there's this whole fog and why the storm comes.
mm,
Um, and then, of course, there is this thing about the island. Like the island itself is a separate entity. It's not
mm.
just about that devil character or whatever.
No, no, it's yeah. I mean, there are too many things. It's
Hmm.
difficult to say how many we need to count uh, because we really don't know. Everyone has been left in a confused state.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone
They
knows what's
haven't solved the
happening.
mystery. Like they don't tell us. So in the beginning of
I
the
mean,
episode
but
one,
you know what? What if they make this into like a seven season one? I don't have the patience to sit
no,
through it.
can't.
Yeah. I mean, that's like,
That's
that's why I said this is like, I mean, Lost did it successfully 20 years back,
yeah.
right? Uh, I remember we sat through it because we had the DVDs.
No, those
I
were
got
different
DVDs.
days. That's what people did. Like you committed to a show and it was
Yeah,
buzzing and
not
it would
anymore.
weekly drop and like everybody would be talking about it.
Yeah,
It just doesn't work like that anymore. And you could keep the same mystery going like you're exactly Lost is the perfect example. In fact, there are many commonalities with Lost, right? With the whole island and the entity
yeah,
and like a hatch almost. Yeah.
yeah,
So I think that was the annoying part. They did not solve the mysteries at all. They in fact added a new angle, which makes the whole thing a little tragic.
yeah.
Um, but the they have not explained many things. Like why did that storm come at that time?
They've not explained anything at all.
Yeah.
They've explained nothing. right?
And
So
also, like that poor cop, like what's up with him, with his wife and the child he's going to be welcoming into the world? What's happening? The wife is pregnant. Does
no,
she give
that is,
birth?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but that's just desperation to get out of the island, no? Because he also is bought into the story that anyone born on the island can't leave the island. So
Huh.
that's what they show. He's taking his wife and trying to leave when the storm comes in, and so he's stuck, right? But he's still fine. He's okay because the due date is like 7 or 8 weeks out, and then the doctor tells him, "No, the baby's coming now."
But I guess he's the only one now who knows that Ruth's death doesn't solve everything.
He
I've
and
given
Tom.
a major spoiler, guys. So,
Uh,
so yeah, interesting. Stretched like a rubber band in parts.
yeah, but okay, watch it.
But
You all have
watch
nothing
it,
better to
watch it,
do.
watch it, watch it. Huh? Now you know what
I
happened.
said, yeah, you all have nothing better to do, so watch it.
I mean, really, there is
it's
nothing.
a well, it's a well-made show.
It's a very well
That's
made
it.
show. It's a well made show. We don't know, and apparently, I think from a cursory glance on the internet, there's a lot of like hidden Easter eggs. Like there's some significance to teeth and the gouging of the eyes, and like apparently it all. So I think if you're one of those people who likes to go down a rabbit hole of all of that, it'll keep you busy for long after you finish watching the show. So watch the show. Okay, I
Yes.
wanted to say one more thing.
And continuing in my tradition of
Huh.
reviewing wines, this week I am recommending Sangria de Toro. It's a lovely Spanish red reserve. You can have it with meals before, just casually. It's an amazing, full-bodied
Or you can have it
red wine.
casually. You don't have to have it formally.
Yes. What I meant is, you can just open a bottle of wine and enjoy it. You don't have to pair it with food
You have
or on a
changed
special
everything
occasion.
about wine drinking. Okay, sorry. I'm drinking wine, so guys, forgive my excessive poking fun at Vishay.
Yes.
Thank you. That's a great recommendation, and your wine keeps you and me happy as well as a lot of other viewers.
Yes.
I'm sure. But I just wanted to say one funny thing about watching a show with you. It's not about just about watching the show, it's also a game, right? Because every scene we're playing, well, you are playing a game of where have I seen this guy? Where have I seen this actress? I know him from somewhere. I know her from somewhere. It is non-stop. And this show in particular, it's a wonder that you're able to follow the storyline. Because you see a new face, some priest from 1705, and you're like, where have I seen him? Where have I seen him?
That's because I'm very good with faces.
You're
I
very
see
good.
a face, I know. I forget
Yeah.
names, but I never
But
forget faces.
and
So
you never have to Google, right? Or you do.
mm,
It usually comes to you.
no, mm. Mostly, mostly.
You would have made like
Of
such a
course,
great
a talent
witness,
which
no,
is
for
completely
murder.
useless.
No, unless there is like a major like event that takes place and 10 years later they come and ask you, have you seen this person? Have you seen this person? You're like, yes.
Mm.
So there's
Anyways, I think
stupid. Yes,
people can watch.
people can
Before we
watch
end, shout out to our future sponsor, the
Apple or Geo. We watched this one on Apple. Who are you?
Geo.
Whose ass are we
Oh,
looking?
this was Apple.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I take back the thank you. I
But
thought it
you
was
can
Geo
thank
Hotstar
Apple
again.
also. Good show, Apple. Okay, good
But
show,
crappy app,
Apple.
but
Fuck
very bad
all,
app.
you are Apple. Oh my God, you are Apple. You're the world's top technology company. You don't have a
Yeah,
continue watching on your. It's ridiculous.
it's
Please
horrible.
just
It's ridiculous. I can't imagine. Yeah.
copy Prime or Netflix or whoever and pay them whatever royalty you need to give them. But on and all, good fun and enjoyed watching it. And I think it was a long time a show that like gripped us
Mm,
despite the horror and
mm.
whatnot. All right, Vish. Thanks and see you soon next week. Bye.